Hello, this is teachsmith. I'm a secondary school English teacher. I recorded a video recently about close analysis. What do teachers mean by close analysis? Using an example from London by William Blake, one of the Power and Conflict poems. Now, I had a request in the comments, I really did, about doing a follow-up video on Ozymandias by Percy Bysshe Shelley. So I'll be repeating the same format as that previous video, which I'll link at the end of this video. So the quotation I'll be using is Sneer of Cold Command. Now again, remember these small quotations are incredibly useful, easy to remember, but lots involved in them, lots to say about them. Sneer of Cold Command. Now again, what does this mean? A heartless attitude towards his subjects, perhaps even enjoying his power, enjoying doing what he's doing, enjoying this absolute control of his subjects, of the people of Egypt. Now this is alliteration. Cold command is alliteration. Again, do not feature spot. What is the effect? Okay, the effect is this heartless attitude. The command is cold. The command is ruthless and heartless. Remember, vast and trunkless legs of stone. Okay, he has no torso left of his statue. Another symbol perhaps that he is heartless. So here we're about the 3-4 grade, the basic grade. How can we push this? Single word analysis. Sneer. A sneer is a mocking smile. Okay, so he does enjoy this. So there's an element of pleasure in what he's doing. He feels superior, is amused, he's condescending to them. He knows his power. He knows how much power he enjoys, and he revels in it. Cold, heartless, ruthless, unfeeling towards his subjects. It's not to say that he doesn't feel anything, but it's not warmth. Okay, it's a sneer, almost sort of sociopathic in that sense. Okay, he enjoys the control. He enjoys the power. And again, the command, giving orders, having control, but also, to push it slightly, think about a commanding view. Okay, a commanding view meaning he's high above, quite literally is high above them. Okay, like the statue was. But then interestingly, the shattered visage, the face, the head has fallen from the top of the statue. That's literally just occurred to me, but he did have a commanding view, and now it's dropped to the sands. It's dropped from the top of the statue down. The face, the view has dropped down. Really, really interesting idea that. The face dropping down from its commanding view. Right, we're kind of at a 5, maybe a 6 with that commanding view comment, possibly, but let's make sure of it. So again, I talked about the trunkless legs of stone. He has no heart, he is heartless. Making links across Ozymandias, really important that. I know the question is about comparison, but it's important to make links across a single poem as well. So the shattered visage, the visage meaning your kind of appearance, your facial expression, your kind of the face you present to the world essentially. Now remember what I said, the face is cracked, it's broken because it's fallen from the wear of time, the wear of the desert sands, the wear of the weather has broken it down to the head falls and smashes on the floor. We can still see the face, we can still see the sneer of cold command, but it is broken. Let's push it a bit more. So again, similarly to Blake, but not completely the same, Shelley was a romantic. Now the difference I would say between Shelley and Blake is that Shelley is a conscious romantic. He's part of the definitive actual movement of romanticism. Now a quick reminder, the romantics believe in the power and the importance of nature and the individual. So when the desert sands and the weather break down the statue, that shows the power of nature, that shows the power of nature over man, that nature will always win. Nature will always win against man, and the individual should respect nature and go back to nature. How can we push it further? So this is a sonnet. The structure of Ozymandias is a sonnet. However, it is unconventional. Why is it unconventional? Because a sonnet is supposed to be a love poem. Now, if you know about the structure of a sonnet, fantastic. If you don't worry. I'm not going to linger on it. I'm just going to talk about the purpose. Why? It's a satire of love, okay? It's a satire on being egotistical. It's a satire on self-love, as it were. And it's Shelley being satirical or parodying, almost being satirical of Ozymandias, and almost maybe even being critical of himself, his own ego. Okay, I think Shelley recognises that he is egotistical himself. So that's why it's a sonnet. The structure reinforces meaning, and structure interprets and interplays with meaning. So who is this based on? Ramses II, okay, a real pharaoh, a real leader of Egypt, particularly successful one, but also cruel. Okay, successful and cruel. Okay, now we're at quite a high level here. There's a couple more things that you can mention. So, what could you compare this to in the collection, the Power and Conflict collection? I really love this quotation from My Last Duchess. That's what MLD stands for. I gave commands, then all smiles stopped. Look at the similarities here. You have the word command and commands, okay, giving control, giving power, having control over someone. And then you've got the alliteration of cold command with the sibilance of smiles stopped. If you said smiles stopped was alliteration, that's fine. Sibilance is just a slightly more precise term. And then think about the idea of the smiling. Who is smiling in this situation? So in Sneer of Cold Command, Ozymandias is smiling with the power that he has. In My Last Duchess, the Duke has the power to stop the smile. Okay, so he kills the Duchess. He's kind of pretending that he just ordered her to stop flirting, when in reality it's very strongly hinted at that he actually killed the Duchess. So that's what I would compare Ozymandias with My Last Duchess. Now, if you really wanted to push it, there's a few more ideas. You can talk about Mary Shelley, you know, Shelley's wife, Percy Bysshe, Shelley's wife. Maybe you talk about Frankenstein, perhaps, the ego going too far, perhaps. Shelley was also very influenced by Wordsworth, another romantic poet. I believe there's a poem called The Thorn that you could look at. And also, if you're thinking about another poem to compare Ozymandias to, you can think about the power of nature. For example, Storm on the Island, Exposure, The Prelude. Now, I will also link to my comparison diagram that has proved very popular and very helpful to people. Thank you very much for listening. This has been teachsmith. Let me know what you think in the comments and leave a suggestion for another video. Thank you.